dropping in from the sidewalk into the grass, like jumping and drifting. I said, "Oh, fuck, that fucking looks cool. Let me try it." Then I fucking jumped in, land on a fucking like a pipe that was cut, and crushed my fucking finger against a truck.
Damn.
And then I was like,
that was first try?
Yeah, that was the first go.
Nailed it.
It's an omen.
Yeah. And then I remember like, oh, fucking my ass hurts. And I started seeing all this blood where it came from. Like, what the fuck is this? And I started checking finger by finger. Like, and then I got into this one, bro.
I saw a fair.
Look at that
thing.
That's it?
Yeah.
What, they put your big
penis
toe on? It has come to my attention that a lot of you come here, watch the content, and don't subscribe. And that fact has been proven by those around me with a number figure of 90%. What's going on? You come here every week, you watch, just hit subscribe. That's it. That's all we want. Don't be a dick. Just hit the button.
Thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Unemployable Podcast. Today we have one of our very own with us, Oscar Escauriza.
My name is Oscar Escauriza. I'm from Venezuela. I've been tattooing for almost 8.5 years. I specialize on black and gray realism and lettering tattoos. I really enjoy lettering because I really enjoy doing like calligraphy and typography and all that. What I really enjoy about black and gray realism is I just find really fun to see how close we can get to an actual like picture. It looks like I don't know, like a painting. Hey, what's up?
Is that how you pronounce your last name?
I think so.
The gringo way.
Yeah.
See?
How do you say it in Spanish?
Yeah, bro.
Drop it, bro. The way you reacted,
It was wrong.
Like it was wrong.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Dude, it's Escauriza, but it
Sounds
Escauriza.
so much better, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's just the same shit. Even fucking people from Venezuela say it wrong. So.
This is, if I'm not wrong, a bilingual episode.
It is.
She.
I'm not doing the closed captionings for this.
John, you want to tell everybody what's up with the change of scenery?
Like where we are?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone. We're in the new studio. Have you guys have seen it before? Or is this your first time?
It's my first time it being like
here.
built. I was in here a few weeks ago and it was like halfway through.
Yeah, it
Last
wasn't a nightmare building it.
Last time I was here, there was nothing.
Nothing.
The fridge.
Not even a building.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was like, yeah, let's do this like small project to make it, a new studio. And
It's not
I
small.
remember like giving them a budget for it. And then, Chris got together and like, what if we made it look like a castle? I'm like, that's fine as long as we stick to the budget. 2x budget later.
Yeah.
Listen, man,
The
you need some candles up there, dog. I don't want to see
Is that why you guys couldn't like paint the shelves?
What's that?
Is that why you couldn't paint the shelves?
Well, I had to say stop. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
It was like
No, they're gonna.
they look good though.
They're gonna finish the shelves and,
Yeah.
and do some other stuff, and then I'll start. We'll start bringing in like the decorations. But it's nice that we can kind of film here 24/7 and not have to like work around the schedule of the other shop.
Yeah.
Even though, it was fun. We fucking made that work forever.
Yeah.
We could also film a little later. We don't have to wake up as early. I know sometimes with the guest artists, they're like, I got to wake up at what time?
Yeah.
The other setup was like a tattoo shop setup.
Yeah.
This is like changes a little bit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Castle.
We're evolving.
That's right.
That's right.
But still the tattoo fucking podcast.
See.
You got it, dog.
Now it's a Spanglish podcast. Oscar, how's your morning going? How was your drive-in?
Good.
Good?
Yeah, it's always good.
Gotcha.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that we'll bring guests from all over the world, and Cam will be like, "How was the ride-in?"
Yeah, it wasn't that bad though.
Yeah.
I think it gets worse the early.
The earlier it is, the worse. Like when we come to work at like 11, 12 o'clock, like
It's perfect.
because
It's perfect.
everybody's at work already, and
So
we're
at
just
7
waking
is
up.
the worst time.
So, Oscar, you're a man of many talents.
Yeah. Now that we're done talking about the fucking traffic,
Cam's like, it's my time to shine.
God, I hate it here.
well, I want to get into Oscar's story because like
Yeah.
we're used to it. Like you're one of the homies, but
Yeah,
you know,
it's his time to shine.
bro. You have a really, I guess I don't want to say amazing, but like interesting story. You know, I know not all of it's been good. Like huge life changes, you know, turning into an amazing artist, you know, making it in another country, being like a top artist in that. I mean, you know, Cam had to figure out how to get, you know, 20 minutes down the road to become a tattoo artist. I mean, you had a complete life change.
Yeah, totally, bro.
This all started for you in Venezuela, obviously, right?
Yeah, so I started. You want to go all the way back?
Wait.
I'm ready, dog.
Okay,
To the
so
womb.
we started skating when I was like maybe 12 years old, and then we got these skateboards in 1992, bro.
1992?
Yeah, Christmas,
Damn,
1992.
I was one years old.
2 years old.
Yeah.
Cam was
Oh,
negative. How much?
I got the Tony Hawk.
I guess
Polo
that is
Pro.
where it started. Because all the time, like, because, you know, we have like the skate decks in the shop and whatever. And maybe
Yeah,
you're
it's
like
weird.
skating outside and people will be like, oh, like, is Oscar good at skating? I'm like, yeah, dude, he was like pro. And they're like, what? Really? You know?
Why is he here?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time Luke and I took you out, he ollied over a fire hydrant. I'm like, all right, I'm going back inside.
I'm done here.
I'm like, what the hell? He goes, I got to stretch, man.
So that's where it started, I guess, skateboarding.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In 1992.
1982.
In 1971.
Yeah, we got skateboards. No, actually, it started way earlier. So we got for Christmas this like piece of shit skateboards that you get from you know, like the. And then I was like riding on a hill. I don't know, probably I was like maybe like 9 years old. I was jumping from a sidewalk into the grass. Hey. So
Like just going, not knowing how to
dude.
stop, just going really
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, just starting. Because we got those skateboards because we saw where we lived in, this guy's built a fucking Berg ramp.
Like a half pipe?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm talking, this was maybe like 89, 88, some shit like that.
Or was it Dogtown?
Yeah. Of San Antonio.
See?
So I remember like the school bus dropped us. I remember like walking down the fucking school bus and seeing this thing. It was like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
It's like, it was like seeing like the pyramids in Egypt.
Yeah. How did
For
they
real,
build
for
it?
real.
Aliens.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. And then we got skateboards. Then we started like, then we went to the school and they have the school parties at night, and I was dropping into this shit. I saw these guys like dropping in from the sidewalk into the grass, like jumping and drifting. I said, oh, fuck that, let's go, let me try it. Then I fucking jumped in, land on a fucking, like a pipe that was cut, and crushed my fucking finger against
Damn.
a truck.
Damn.
And then I was like,
That was first try?
yeah, that was the first go.
Nailed it.
It was an omen.
Yeah. And then I remember like, oh, fucking my ass hurts. And I started seeing all this blood where it came from. Like, what the fuck is this? And I started checking finger by finger. Like, it's not stable. And then I got into this one, bro.
I saw a fair.
Look at that.
Look at that thing.
That's it?
Yeah.
Would they put your big
penis.
toe on?
Yeah, bro. And then I saw this shit and it was like bone coming out. Like it looked like a fucking flower. Like what the
It's beautiful, dog.
It's a daisy.
They took me, they stitched it up, and then 2 days later, it was becoming black. They said, hey, we gotta take you again to the hospital. So they fucking like put me to sleep. Then they had to open the finger and scratch the bone
Oh my God.
because the
They
bone
shape
was
it up.
getting rotten, you know.
Yeah.
And then that happened. No skateboards on the house.
Yeah.
Like
Parents
it's
were
bent.
like, yeah.
It's bent.
Right.
I would have told my mom something else. It wasn't skateboarding.
It was
School.
bent.
I
Tried
should
it.
at least get 9 more tries.
I put my finger in a sharpener.
Yeah.
So it was bent, and so this fever of skateboarding hits again. So you remember like when the what you say, the two tails
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
into play.
Because it was only like a fishtail before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the two tails was happening, was a thing, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Do you see that skateboard?"
You could ride it either way.
Pop it.
It was like seeing a fucking sports car. Like, what the fuck? Look, beautiful. And then my brother, like, you're fuck. I'm getting one. You know, like, nothing happened to me.
Did your parents ban it from your brother too? There was the whole house.
No. Yeah, from the house.
You ruined it for the house.
Yeah. So my older brother got one because we moved, all right? And we got all these friends and they all got skateboards, you know? And then fucking like, my brother was like, I didn't get hurt. I can get mine, you know?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, and then he got one, and I was like, can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Everything was cool, but then we got the fucking skate videos, you know? And then she just, you know, they got brainwashed for life.
At what point did you become an amateur skater? Like, did you get sponsored by like a local skate park?
Yeah. I think it was probably like 17,
So what was that like?
16, 17.
1953.
That would probably be,
Early 2000s?
no, like probably be 98
Okay.
or 99, something like that. And then, yeah, we got the videos, start skating. I want to be a pro skateboarder. Look at those, like the skate magazines, all that, all the products, getting the videos. The music was fucking crazy. Everything about it was okay. You know, I got the transfer videos, even that one, like, this is the best thing I fucking seen.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I was in love with everything about it, bro. The fucking music, you know.
Well, that was key. Like, if you're going to have a part in a video, even your sponsor me tape, it has to have good music.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what everyone will remember.
And if you're not on fucking beat every time you land with the fucking song,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
So you had a new editing too.
Yeah.
Like, it was key.
Right.
That was my favorite. Because
Yeah.
I was the one on the board just, you know, going low from the angles and getting everyone to... I wasn't the best skater.
fisheye.
I was pretty good. Oh, when I got a fisheye lens,
That
it
was the
changed
game.
fucking
Yeah.
game. Now you look at it, it's like... Now you look at it, it's like...
Bro, I remember like my boy, like who would be filming, would always be fisheye low, which
Yeah.
is a cool shot, but you don't do that for every shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing like some flat ground, like maybe rail, whatever. But I would remember just being like, raise the fucking camera. Like,
Bro, everything looks higher from the bottom.
Yeah.
You do a baby ollie. you
I
fucking-
agree, but it doesn't. It doesn't always work that
Yeah, I know.
angle. Like you don't always want.
No,
do
because
that.
he looks. If you get too far, he looks like you're
Right.
fucking. You know.
Like once it pops, if you want to do that, cool. But then like bring it back up
Yeah.
and like bring it down.
Yeah, but that's
what-
advanced.
True, but what would happen is you wouldn't land it and you'd shoot the board at the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
we'll
And
fucking
hurt
get-
the camera, you know?
get
So I'm
out
like,
of
bro,
lens.
it's not worth it. We're doing kickflips. So now you're 17, you're getting sponsored. Like things are happening in the skateboard world. you're like, I'm gonna be a pro skater.
Yeah.
That's my career.
Yeah,
forever?
yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but yeah.
The same thing every 17-year-old kid was thinking.
Yeah, and then I don't know, bro, but dude, being my dad and hearing that shit from me in fucking living in Venezuela, you know, a third world country, you know, it was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like have you take a look where you fucking live? You know, like I skated all these years, like fucking put everything you got, like literally, you fucking sometimes you're killing yourself. You know, like you're risking yourself. You don't know how much you risk yourself till you got older. Like, what the fuck I was thinking? You know, like you know, so many things can go wrong. So I went by like, this is not working out. It's kind of a failure too, man.
Yeah,
You know.
Because you feel like you're giving up.
Yeah, definitely. So you went back. You know you didn't work good enough. There was people that skates. There's always gonna be people that does way better than you do in every aspect. You know, so you don't know. You know, you're just figuring that out, and you know, like just thinking about it is it's okay. You know, so everybody does what the fuck they can. You know.
It was a good chapter in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go back and then I've got to start studying some shit, but at the same time,
What do you study?
yeah, graphic
What shit you study?
graphic design. But before that, when I went back from that contest, skateboarding was like on the fucking gold age, right?
Yeah.
So there was all these people that said they fucking like they cheer me like, fuck yeah, Oscar, you did fucking
Right.
53 out of 200.
That's good.
All right, man.
Right. You abandoned all them.
Yeah. No. So we like keep skating. That keep on going for a while. Like and then fucking some political shit like hit the fan in Venezuela. Like fucking
Like things changed a little.
yeah, like this guy Chavez won, and they was like the country fractured like into fucking bands.
Yeah.
So there was like all these people that was against him. They fucking owned private corporations and media and all that shit. And there was this guy that was a fucking military motherfucker with communistic ideals. You know, all that.
You could feel it though, like you could feel the country split.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
I felt it. I think like at my house, my dad was a fucking far right,
Yeah.
and my mom was a left.
Split.
Yeah, you can see they're like fucking like going.
Which
at each
side
other.
of the dinner table you sit?
Yeah, like shut the fuck up. And then when my dad started like okay, so they called people out like okay. Today at fucking 7 p.m. we're fucking, they do like call it cacerola. So everybody start at the fucking balcony and start banging the fucking, I don't know, fucking utensils. Ping, 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 and making noise. So letting know they're not supporting the fucking president.
Oh, I see.
So when my dad like start doing that, my mom runs to the back and start like screaming fucking.
Oh, she did her side.
Yeah. You're talking shit. I'm talking shit.
On
To
the
her.
same,
What's up?
on the
What
same
fuck is
balcony,
this?
huh?
Yeah, what's up? This fucking this, and that happened. Dude, I have like some friends told me their fucking parents got divorced because of that. Because they're like ideals, you know.
Yeah.
And how old were you like when this was going on?
Like my 20s, 21. So all this shit.
And you're not tattooing yet, right?
No. But funny story is before I got into the Tampa Amp thing happened, I was sponsored by a local tattoo shop. In the first contest.
For skateboarding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they told me, hey, wear this on a contest. They call like tattoo art. So they wear this on a contest. We're gonna give you like free tattoos.
All right.
And then I got this one right here, and then other friends got sponsored and start getting like fucking crazy shit. Like
Tattoos? Yeah, like face tats?
yeah. I got this, and then I got a friend called we used to call him like chispa. It means spark.
I thought
It was crazy. He's
what I got.
fucking crazy, man. But it's funny as fuck.
Spark?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he got it. Okay, I'm getting my fucking last name on my chest. And he did it. It was super cool, but then he lost it. And then, this guy is telling me I told him to do all my legs. I don't, whatever. Because he liked being tattooed. And he had all these fucking, like, tribal, like, colors.
Wow. So he was the cool one in the group.
Then he told me, like, dude, I don't know, like, this. At one point, like, this guy
The skate tribe,
all my legs. There's nothing I can do because imagine a fucking big ass tribal, like, with colors. And
anyway, we got sponsored by a laser company.
Yeah. And then, that, I remember that. It's fucking curious because at that point they were like a little really small shop, a tattoo shop, and that took off,
Yeah.
And then
cool. So they got busier, the business grew.
yeah, and we're still friends, and we used to hang up in the tattoo shop too. So before all that, so they keep on growing. I went skating, came back. And then he told me, "Hey, Oscar, if you wanna open a skate shop, we can do it." He tells me.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And then I said, like, I don't wanna fucking do a skate shop.
You don't want to?
No, because all I wanna do is skate. If I fucking open a business, I don't wanna be able to. I'm gonna, and I just wanted to be at that moment. I just wanna see how good can I get with the shit, you know? It was dumb. Because you could fucking open a skate shop, make money, and travel the world.
Yeah.
And then, but you don't know that, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why at that age, if you're good skating, like at 15 or 16, you should get a manager. Like
Manager?
Yeah. Because they've seen it, like, okay, you got at this age, you got to do this. In order to, like, some kind of, like, fucking make the long run in that. But I fucking,
Yeah, you're a kid.
Then later on, like you said, I fucked up.
Right. So when you looked at your friend's leg, you're like, "Whew, I can do better than that."
So you were getting
So they
tattoos.
told me, though, after that, and they say, Oscar, why don't you should start tattooing, they tell me.
How old?
I was, like, 19.
Yeah.
It was like I did like some art classes at the point, and they told me like you should. Why don't you start tattooing? You can make money out of it. I was like, dude, bro, it's
Not a
too
criminal.
much. No, it's too much fucking too much of a responsibility for me. I'm not gonna do that.
Because you were artistic already?
A little bit. I was starting to do like art school. I was in that point that I was like, okay, I gotta going like I was in the idea like I did like a year of graphic design, and I went back because I wanted to skate.
Yeah.
It was in that period because I eventually came back to do the whole thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm doing the graphic design career for real. I gotta make a living because I was 100% sure that I was not making a living of the skate thing. You can go crazy, like just only skating and not making a living. And if you're good at skating, and what is this all for? So you're fucking stranded. Because you need to somehow have something to back up your living, bro. You could be able to, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I started on the graphic design school.
What was your end game with graphic design? Did you want to do like web design? Did you want to do posters, skateboards, clothing?
So I went from like, okay, I'm just doing skateboard graphics. I always like feel like I wanted to do like the logotype shit, and the font stuff, like typographic. That was always I was drawn to it. And then after I finished school, all this like the motion graphics stuff was. I had a couple friends, and I thought,
Break.
Did you ever do any street art?
Yeah.
The streets became your teacher?
No, bro. I have friends that I skated with. They were into like graffiti stuff. But I try to do. I always like the tags and the bombing. It was something cool about it because it has to be like fast. You can't take too long. You're gonna like it's
There's
it's
an art there.
Yeah, it was set on like a specific situation. You cannot take too long. And I had bad luck for that shit. I always got caught. I tried to do it like fucking 3 times, and 3 times
What,
I
the
got
street
caught.
art?
Yeah. I mean like a fucking graffiti thing,
yeah.
like, and they boop.
Oh, you're at the police station, dog. I didn't know anyone came to the back.
But it was one of those things. I was okay. I was I don't know. I was caught by the calligraphy stuff in those. It was okay. Okay. So I was like, it was interesting to me at some point.
So at what point were you like, you know what? Maybe I do want to try tattooing. This art shit's not working for me. Skateboarding.
So I did art school and went into this like motion graphics studio. Worked there like 4 years, and then I was like I got bored. Like they had their own like direction and stuff, and I was like, it was a lot of they got paid really good, man. I can say I had a decent salary those days, but at some point, like I want to do like shirts and stuff, and I left, and then I started making like a couple shirts, and sold those, and working freelance, and then eventually the country went to total shit, and that studio got dissolved, and then from I think it was like 2012. To 2015, I was my homie that gave me the job over there. He got this like projects. Everybody was working freelance because private corporation was like fucking leaving the country. So so all these like big studios didn't get the jobs to maintain all that. So he like, hey Oscar, I'm doing this project. I need you to do this. I'm gonna pay you. How much you will charge me? It was freelance. It was really good, bro.
Good money?
Yeah.
Nice.
For being Venezuela, I was making like, okay, I need you to do 1 minute of this, or like 30 seconds of this and this and this. How much you will charge me? And it was the best I got paid was like 2,700 for 2 weeks and a half of work.
Oh, nice.
Over there, it was good money.
Yeah.
But it was on, bro. It was on. Like, okay.
What, like a lot of work?
Yeah, and it has like deadlines.
Yeah.
So
it
we
was
got
a job.
Yeah. So you gotta have like some sort of disciplines, because you gotta fucking do all this job, and
I liked how he looked at Cam when he said that.
Discipline.
Some sort of discipline.
Deadline.
Call me spoiled.
No, and then
You know this word, Cam?
This doesn't exist in America.
No, and then we have like a delivery date tomorrow. So we gotta meet all these deadlines. Like, okay, make it. But it was like a 2.5 weeks of nonstop like stuff. That, and then of course all these like came into like this
Decline.
Decline, less, and then I just fucking, I had like a couple homies that like transition into tattooing, and
That you were working with? Or just friends in general?
From this art school.
Yeah.
So
they went that path.
Yeah, they went that path and say, oh, this shit's possible.
Yeah.
We're doing like a traditional American, some like, like more like illustrative, simple stuff. And I was, I always like lettering, so I'm going to fucking learn how to do lettering. tattoos because I was already doing like a lot of lettering and calligraphy. So I said, dude, it's right there. So I'm gonna become a lettering artist.
Right.
And then fucking fast forward, I don't know, like 2 days. I mean, like a year. I was doing palm trees.
That's normally how it goes.
Yeah, infinity signs, and I'll say, okay, the lettering is not.
Did
gonna
you
work.
like look for like a lettering artist to learn under?
Dude? The first approach that I knew I wanted to do lettering because you see all this like pro skateboarders. I remember Jamie Thomas has like an independent a lettering tattoo across his back. It says
lower back
independent.
Yeah.
Like a trans stamp?
Yeah, it says independent.
And you were like, damn, that's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at his butt. I'm looking at that tattoo.
Yeah, and
That's
then
how you get a sponsor.
yeah,
Right
yeah.
Right.
So he says I went and see like cool shit, lettering shit, and then I shot Mosca has a Mosca tattoo too. You thought it was cool, but now it doesn't look that cool, you know.
Right. Yeah, it's not cool.
And then other stuff like that, right? And then like it was now you know that came from the Chicano lettering stuff, because they were skating in California, right next to LA.
Yeah.
And then I said, okay, all this shit come from there, and then then I was starting to track this thing down. Where did it came from? Okay, I say, about like big slip.
Yeah.
Then
big sleeves.
then I got flax.
Yeah.
Then you got like big meese. All these guys like. At that point, I saw when I first saw Flax work, I was like, this fucking shit it's rad. It's fucking rad. It has it has something to it that it was fucking sick. And then and then I was like, this is what I want to do.
Now you saw like a lot of it was coming around LA. At that point, were you like, I got to get out there? Like, I got to get to U.S.?
No. This was happening in my... So I started tattooing. I remember trying. Okay, I had a girlfriend that traveled here to Florida, and she was around the Florida area. And I said, give me a machine. Give me an ink. She gave me like a Chinese machine and a fucking...
She sent it to you in Venezuela?
No, she brought it to me.
Oh, okay.
She was living in Venezuela too.
She smuggled it in?
Yeah. Okay. So she bought like Kurosumi, the ink?
Yeah.
The lining ink,
Yeah.
Kurosumi. Terrible. And then the machine, and then I just, okay, let's start doing this.
So no training?
I tattoo like fucking maybe like 200 oranges.
Okay.
That's a lot of oranges.
That's actually not bad, yeah.
Yeah, oranges. And then I began with my homie, like, hey, I want to get and then he gave me, hey, I need a fucking like a lettering logo for my hip hop band, like a rap. And then it's called,
Then
okay,
a star was born.
So I designed the thing.
Of course you did.
And then it fucking,
On an
okay, let's
orange?
do this on the cuff. Okay, let's fucking do it.
He's holding the orange next to the cat.
Do I remember I started doing that shit at a place stencil, and then I was starting lining up, bro. I remember first I was so nervous I couldn't fucking.
He's holding the machine like this.
Bro, I could have feel my heart pounding.
Right.
I couldn't see it. Like
Yeah.
it was like
You were nervous.
so nervous, like a fucking. Why am I fucking so nervous?
How old are you at the time?
In my 30s, bro.
Wow. You have some
Might
life
be
experience.
like fucking 33 or 34, some shit like that. And I did 3 line, like I had like this is funny, I got like 3 liner, fucking 5.
5-liner?
Yeah, and a 9.
Okay.
And we're talking about
Interesting setup.
and then I do all the outline with the 3, and then start shading, filling with all fucking, the liners.
Yeah.
Obviously, I murder him. You know,
Right.
fucking
Right.
the damage of the skin is.
Yeah, so you opened them up with the 3. You chipped the bone with the 5.
Yeah. And then 9.
And
you
then
know,
you put the infection in with the 9.
And this guy was like, make it stop. And then
Is this normal? Yeah, it's fine.
yeah, bro,
The oranges.
The
don't
oranges,
complain.
yeah.
we
That
got
is
crispy
anything.
edges, you know.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oranges
Not
healed
even
fine.
juicy, bro.
And then I started with that, and then did a couple more
How
ones.
did it heal?
Not that bad though.
Really?
I gotta
still
see
have
it
it?
now, bro. Huh?
Do you still have it?
Yeah, it's
Of
not getting
course,
laser.
bro. His bone got tattooed. Bro, they're gonna find that shit 1,000 years from now.
And then after that, I tried doing a little bit more. I got a homie fucked up. I decided, yeah, I wanna lettering a fucking piece on my fucking forum, and I designed it. The design looked really good.
Yeah.
But I remember borrowing a machine. I said to a homie, he gave me like a color machine, and you got black ink? Yeah, of course I got black ink, bro.
That's all
He
I
got me like a super black for the lettering, lining with that shit,
Yeah.
and the blowouts, like
Sure.
to it blow out
That's
like
texture,
never.
dog.
Yeah, bro, 3D like motherfucking. And my homie, you think this gonna go away? I said, it will go away in fucking 2 weeks.
Right, just let it heal.
I didn't have no idea.
Never went away.
Yeah, I never went away.
Probably
After
got
that-
worse.
yeah,
Still
so,
bumpy.
So at the moment there was like a small tattoo shop in my hometown, and then there was this guy. He's like famous now. He's tattooing for Allegory. Juan Suarez, Marquise. I think
Yeah.
he knows him. I'm talking about like fucking 2000, maybe 16 or something. And then I text Gianfranco, that's his name. Hey, brother, I saw your work, because I saw him. He was like fucking crispy lines,
Yeah.
like smooth transitions shading, you know, what I wanted to get down, like a fucking. And then he kind of knew me because I would from the skateboarding, and,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
saw,
yeah.
hey, Jan, I wanna learn, bro. You think I can I wanna learn some shit, you know? I think you're fucking got it down pretty good. So, and he was fucking cool, man. And I was like, I say, yeah, come tomorrow at this time. I'll teach you. Nice. And then I got there, we started talking, and started like explaining. And then 2 days after, he left.
Shit, yeah.
To America.
No, he left to main city.
Ah.
So I think he moved to like a 40 minutes away, you know. But I knew this other friend that he's really good now. His name is Adrian. And
Send us to me?
No, he said he's really good.
and then he was like doing the black and gray stuff, and then he was like, okay, yeah, I think at this point, I think I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna try to fucking make this happen and learn as much as I can. And this friend, he didn't fucking like explaining anything. He just laid it down to me like, every time I had a question, it was like, I don't know, man, I just do it.
Yeah,
It just
one of
happens.
those.
And then it was like a fucking, okay, so how do you use your ink mix? How do you do it? I got 3 caps, big caps, and I said, I fully filled this one. These ones I just put it to the half, and then you just presented this one like this. And I said, okay, that explains a lot to me.
Yeah.
you know
Thanks
what?
for nothing.
Yeah. And then dude, he just, I don't know. They just, some people, they just, it's just like that. And I'm gonna see this, and I remember having question for him and getting those sensors. No, but he was a good friend though.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned some things from him that they're not specifically tattooing, but they're involved in the tattoo.
Yeah.
It was cool though. And that was at some point I just fucking said, like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do this and fucking crash in the fucking intent, but I'm gonna learn. So there was a point of me like waiting to some directions or someone explaining to me how to do it, and in a transition point, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm gonna learn this, however I have to, or I figure it out by myself, because that's the only way you're gonna learn. You know, like really learn from your mistakes. You know, okay, this is not okay. This was too light. Next time I'm gonna use more ink. I'm gonna do like you know, like all the mixtures, all that shit.
Did they let you tattoo there?
Yeah.
Or just like, fuck it, do it?
Yeah. So I traded in, okay, let's do, okay, we need like banners for the tattoo expos, you know, so I'll do that. You
Nice.
know? So I kind of like negotiated like percentages and tattooing there. So I did like stuff for the shop and all that. And eventually I spent there like maybe like a year and a half and something. And then I opened like a little small private studio. Did that for like a year, and then I knew my wife in the other shop. I tattooed her over there. Went and opened the private studio, and we went dating for maybe like 4 or 5 months, and she told me like I'm leaving the country. Everybody was, you know, at that point, and then.
So she said that to you. Did you have any plan to leave the country?
No. I think at that point, everybody on their back of their mind, they're going to suppose if you want to make a living, a decent living, you got to leave that country.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't, you know, like jobs being like cut off and all that. So she was like, I'm leaving the country. Do you want to come with me? And I said,
But you guys are married at the time?
No.
Oh.
We were
Is
dating.
Karen?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then she was like, yeah, I'm leaving. Do you want to come with me? And I said, fuck yeah, let's give it a try.
Nice.
And then she left first, and then
What was that process like?
it was kind of tough because we were like dating for like 5 to 6 months, and now she has to leave the country.
Oh, it was pretty new. Right.
And now we're apart at least like 7 to 8 good months, you know.
So she went first. She came here first.
And you're like, how is it?
Is it okay? Can I get a
Yeah.
job there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I already been into like long distance relationships that
Yeah.
fucking sucked.
Yeah.
And I didn't want it to deal with that. But luckily for me, she was like really serious about it, and she puts everything she has, and that's it made it happen, you know.
Yeah. So when you came here, did you just like quickly look for a shop?
Yeah. So
did that
fast forward, it was kind of like a difficult situation because we did everything, and I was supposed to go to the U.S. Embassy in Venezuela, and then politically something fucking fucked up, and they closed the fucking embassy in Venezuela. And turns out that I cannot go. I have to take a plane now and go to fucking Colombia and spend a lot of more money to do all the visa shit.
Yeah.
So I spent it there, like I was supposed to be there like 2 weeks. We didn't have a paper they needed. And those 2 weeks turned out to be 2 months.
Because you had to get it from Venezuela?
No, from the States.
Oh,
Mailed it
gotcha.
all the way
Man.
over there. But luckily, I was already tattooing. I already have like a small portfolio,
Yeah.
and then I already like contact some shops over there.
So you were tattooing in Colombia for a little.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah.
that's good.
I was taking walk-ins over there.
Yeah.
Did like a couple like projects. I was lucky enough to meet like nice people over there. So I did make a living, you know. I paid like a little apartment, bought some food. And then when they say you're good to go, I fucking took the plane and came to the States. And then when I first got here, I remember my wife's aunt. She was a doctor, and she was like when they give birth to childs.
What?
When they give birds to childs.
Yeah. That kind of doctor. Yeah.
Here's a bird.
Oh yeah, bird doctor, Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, Dr. Doolittle.
Yeah.
Cam, how old were you when you got your first bird?
Not old enough.
And then, she knew she knew like she was friends with this fucking hard.
So she gave you a bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a tattoo career. No, she knew a guy that owned a shop, but he knew his dad.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Dad's shop tattoo owner. This is
Right.
really hard for me to put down. As a Hispanic.
So you had a man on the inside.
Yeah. So they say, okay, we got a shop for you to go starting, and then they were nice enough. It was Kenny from the Legacy Tattoo. I don't know if you know. So there was Kenny, Zach at that moment. It was Paul Schnell over there, and then was Paul Schnell and who else?
Oscar.
And it was this guy called, what's his name? I don't remember right now.
But
it was,
your wife was already established over here, living somewhere, right?
no, we came
No?
to the aunt's.
Okay.
Aunt's house.
But I mean, like she had been here 8 or 9 months, right?
Yeah.
So
You
then
were
you
struggling,
just
though.
you met up with her and lived with them when you
Yeah.
first got here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you found a job in the shop
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty soon.
Yeah, dude, like 2 weeks.
Nice.
And I wanted to go there earlier, like, okay, but I went over there. They were like really nice people. They were like a hardcore American traditional, setup. They knew I was like I was like a black and gray realism kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But they knew that, and they said, okay, we need like someone to do something different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
variety.
So we want to offer now this stuff because, only American traditional, kind of open,
Yeah.
the catalog, sort of say. And then I stayed there. They were like, it was cool for me, Like
And you were you speaking English at the time?
Yeah.
Oh, just a little though,
Yeah, like a little bit worse.
but enough.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was always watching and hearing all this fucking music and magazines.
Skate
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah, so it was there. I did some English classes too, back in the day. And then, it was cool for me to go into that shop because it was like a really how they're like, they put it American tradition, so they had a flash on the walls.
like old school shop.
And they were painting every fucking day.
Yeah.
Doing watercolor shit, like and then you had like a table, and then you were painting, talking shit, having fun. And I was like, okay, I haven't painted, like, okay, let me do some lettering.
Yeah.
And then
And what year was this?
this was 2019. And then after that, I stayed there for like 3 months, and it was like, okay, I need to go somewhere else. I gotta because I had like a kind of like a portfolio, but I needed to go like grow bigger, and maybe I feel like I started to like learn more about it, be better. And then I went to a studio and then Doral with these guys, Luis Hill, and they were doing like more what I wanted to do, or at least I thought of. And then I stayed there for a month and didn't work out. And then I just, dude, I can't, like in this country, this shit's never stop.
What's that?
This country never stops, no matter what's happening, like fucking COVID.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. People don't give a fuck. We gotta make a living.
Yeah.
The rent is coming,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
these fucking expenses, it never stops. It's like a fucking train.
Were you guys able to like make it work though in the
Yeah.
beginning? I know it was probably tight, but
No, it was super tight. So I remember I said like, okay, I'm not making money in this shop. I gotta move and find another shop. And then I did like my research, and and I was living in Sunrise, and I said, okay, I'm gonna check all these shops in the fucking area. And I remember I went to some in Las Olas, and I came across Super Time. And I said, I remember I texted and said, like, okay, yeah, sure, come down. And then I went to Borrowed Time. I met John. John was super cool about it. Okay, we'll love to have you in the shop. And I said,
And you were like, okay. Because I don't know if you were like shy or what, but I remember when we first met, it didn't seem like your English was that good. Maybe it was though. But I remember thinking it was funny because you were like, yeah, I do lettering, but also I don't know if you speak English. So I was like, let's see how the spelling goes. You know?
So is he kind of like Nico is now? Like very quiet, timid.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, we would have our conversations, you know, like you'd come back from the barbershop and be like, $20, I'm not fucking paying $20. Where I'm from, it's $4. Yeah. Because I think maybe you were used to like making U.S. money, but only having to spend Venezuelan prices.
yeah,
you know?
That's how everything went to shit in Venezuela, basically.
Yeah.
What about the Santa story?
What's it? Oh,
What?
with Jay.
Okay.
That's what you mean?
Yeah, right.
When
That was like one of
your
the first things I heard about.
Your
it.
first
Yeah.
Christmas here?
Yeah, no, it was super nice shop. When I first got into Borrowed Time, I said, this shit is fucking nice, man. And I remember, because in Venezuela, nobody has guns. Only people that has guns is the police and the fucking army or some shit. I never seen at this point like a fucking 2020 fucking M15, you know? I've seen the fucking old fucking AK-47, you know? Old ass guns, you know? My dad had like an old ass gun, you know?
Yeah.
And then I came, okay, come here, come see the shop. And the first time I went into the shop, it was fucking Dan with a fucking M15, you know, fully gold, just lying on the fucking table. And I said, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on here?
It's a rap video.
And then fucking, you said, oh, I hope anything, like, some shit doesn't go down here. I fucking die, you know?
They'll
You know,
be in
like
trouble.
fucking, but it took, at that point, already, everybody at Legacy had guns on their stations
Yeah.
for safety. I saw Kenny had one and Paul Schnell had one.
Yeah.
I said, what the shit? I don't.
Now Cam
Fucking,
has one.
Venezuela
Steffi
is
has
a fucking, it's just unsafe a place.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are some places you cannot go because you get robbed. Period.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be in those. I don't know if it, you know, people come into the shop robberies, everybody's armed, and I don't want to, you know.
We rob them when they come in.
Yeah. Pricing.
Gonna haggle, huh?
Yeah, so I saw this and said, oh, fuck. All right. And then that shocked me. That fucking seeing all these fucking heavy fucking armament, you know.
So pretty much right when you got here was COVID.
Exploded like 2 months. Two months later.
Did you get COVID?
Yeah.
It got your boy down.
Welcome to America.
No, it wasn't that bad though. It was like it started like a headache, fucking 5, and then the headache started going up, and then stopped like at 9 something.
But you seem to be, I mean, obviously pretty comfortable now and like things have worked out. Was there
Super dude.
Was there a point though where you're like, okay, like I have everything I need, things are moving in the right direction, where you're like, yo, I think this is gonna work out?
Yeah, definitely, bro. I was at first it was tough because you're moving, and I was tired of that feeling of moving, you know.
Yeah.
Because I already tried. We tried being a Venezuelan, seeing all this shit like going down. This country is not going anywhere. I'm not gonna be able with this to buy anything here, do nothing, and then everybody's like leaving, you know. So I already tried to make a living in like the Canary Islands.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. I came back. Then I tried to move to Ecuador. So they received like Venezuelans, and you show your degrees and shit. They give you like a working visa, but they rejected mine. Dude, motherfuckers.
Tattooer.
For me to get that degree of fucking graphic design, it took everything I had.
And then only to be rejected.
Yeah, it's this shit.
Right.
What the fuck is this worth for? All those fucking.
Talk to Ricardo about it.
Fucking, yeah.
He probably rejected you.
We gotta talk about that later. And then fucking.
It's war.
Dude, was fucking 2 months. Nothing happened, and I went back to Venezuela. I said, "Fuck it, bro. I'm gonna start tattooing full on," And then, but I already tried, like, make a living in some countries, and then we were here trying to make it, again in another different place, and kind of you get like tired of that shit.
Of course, man. You were probably like, if this don't work out, I'm
Bro.
just gonna
And
go
then
back
you
to
got-
skating.
And then you got my wife she did like HR for like a big company kind of, and she was like, obviously when you first got into a new country, you're not working on that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're taking whatever job you can get.
Yeah. And then she was like doing over and all that stuff, and she worked with her aunt at the clinic, and having all these like frictions and all these expenses, and it was tough, man. It was tough. So and then I'm thankful for all her aunt gave us at one point, but those situations are not sustainable.
Correct.
Because you just gotta go, and make it up, and it goes uncomfortable for them and uncomfortable for you. And then I was starting to take off when I got into borrowed time. Everything like trying to like, okay,
Paving your way.
This is possible. I can make a living out of this.
Yeah.
All right. So I remember we moved, when we were in, and then she like.
And was that your first place outside of the aunt's house when you moved?
Yeah.
Okay,
We
cool.
still live there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like maybe like 3-4 years ago.
So there had to be some feeling with that where you're like, okay, we're advancing, like we're moving forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we moved. As I said to her, hey, we gotta move from here. Yeah. I don't like where this is going, because everybody got kind of push their beliefs into other people somehow. Yeah. Religiously. I respect religions and all that, but you gotta step away everybody's beliefs and ideals for a second. You cannot push that shit into So when that barrier was like getting step over, I would say we gotta go.
Right.
We gotta go. And then, like, luckily, she find a job doing what she used to do in Venezuela, and that was everything was going good, because you need to feel, bro, like you're doing what you're supposed to do in this world.
Yeah.
Do not go
Find your
fucking
place.
insane,
Yeah. Have purpose.
And then.
So would you say when you moved into the new place, was that a point where you're like, okay, maybe things are gonna work out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I knew things worked out when I saw you drive the Beamer by the shop. I was like, Oscar's doing pretty well. And then I saw a little M on the back of the car. I was like, all right, bye, Venezuela.
Yeah, it worked out, bro. No, it was crazy for me. It was crazy, but because I feel like prepared all my.
You get haircuts all the time now, no problem.
Yeah, I prepared, like I had all this fucking preparation, and then jobs were taken over there. Like there wasn't room for anybody else, so you just got here, and it happens to turn out because I never knew that I was gonna be a tattoo artist, bro.
Yeah.
That shit, like I never thought of it, and it sort of happened.
Yeah.
It happened, and I was lucky enough to have some background that helped the shit out of it. Like a
Yeah. All the graphic design.
yeah, and all that.
organized
Yeah,
stuff, the
there are
graffiti.
concepts that are like they're shared. So
Yeah.
kinda- And then bro, started fucking. I remember I stayed at borrowed time for 8-9 months, and then I remember I felt like I wanted to do more the gray wash kind of thing. I talked to John. Remember that conversation? This guy's at this shop. I think I'm gonna fucking be there, trying to like specialize in that. And
What made you start doing like realism, going from like scripture and all that kind of stuff?
Honestly, seeing that the lettering is not gonna make it by its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a little more versatile.
Yeah,
have more
bro.
options.
Bro, fucking just doing lettering, I'll be like a dream job. Like, okay, I'm gonna do only this, but at least here it's just you're not gonna make a living out of that.
Yeah.
I'll get, bro. Nowadays I get like fucking at least maybe like 2-3 pieces a year, lettering, like a serious lettering stuff. It's not that fucking like popular here.
There was a point where there was a lot. Everyone was just getting script or shit across their back, all the UFC guys. But I feel like that's died down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So I started okay, what else do I like about the tattoo? I think it will be the black and gray realism. Okay, let's go that way.
Nice.
I have some questions for you here, Oscar. You ready?
Yeah.
And if we want to ask more from the audience, if everyone's on the live. Do you think letterhead should freehand or stencil, or do you think there's a difference? Or both?
Yeah, bro. Letterheads should be, at least in my case, and this has to be whatever your background is, there's technicalities to it that you cannot control on the freehand. Small stuff. Like we were talking about like kerning and inner space lettering, that you just, it's something that's measured.
Sure.
So feel like when you're doing the stencil, all those fucking things are in check. If you're doing like
the spacing and the mathematics of it?
yeah.
Okay.
So you have like let's say you're doing like a kind of like a script italic kind of font. All those fucking letters have to be in the same angle.
Yeah.
If some of those letters are slightly off angle, that
like
shit's
shit.
gonna show.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've seen people like, no, I just freehand that shit, and then when they finish, these two letters fucking they're close to each other. These ones are a different angle, and then everything comes into a shit show.
Yeah.
Some people don't notice it, but that when a fucking, I don't know, like 3 months or 2-3 years go by, that shit's gonna show up. Like, yeah. So I do the stencil stuff.
Will you ever freehand though?
If it's just one letter, I think, or like a few letters.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. I'd rather do the stencil. Because
Yeah.
I want to check all those angles are exactly what I wanted.
I guess your style with lettering is a very clean, style. So I guess that would make sense more with having the perfect printout of the stencil.
Yeah, bro. But it always shows.
Yeah.
It always shows, because if you're doing laying down fucking, I like, let's say like trying to do like a big word. You have 12 letters.
Yeah.
I see lettering. Imagine like a fucking train. Everything repeats.
Yeah.
Everything repeats on intervals, angles to it. It has to feel like it all belongs to the same structure.
Yeah.
And all those fucking letters has to be the same with all of it. Right. So it's almost impossible to freehand it.
Yeah.
So it can, of course you can, but you'll be fucking drawing for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You say, and that you spend a lot of time, and you gotta get that done in fucking, in a day session,
Yeah.
So that's why I try to fucking take a picture and then draw it on it, get all those things get in check, because there's some to it that it's the how thick the letters are gonna be. It's just the contrast of it too that you gotta figure it out before you go into the skin, because you end up doing letter the wash too thing. It's gonna look too thin on the body, and then you didn't figure it out because there wasn't time for that.
Yeah.
You know, so
So you could do more planning ahead of time.
yeah, definitely, and it shows, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that good.
What about all these dudes that are freehanding stuff? You think they're just doing a different style?
I mean, if you're
like a messier-
fucking, you know, Big Mies or Leonardo da Vinci or some shit, of course they're gonna fucking, you know, it's perfect, you know. But
Da Vinci tattooed?
yeah, dog.
yes, do you know those guys? They're fucking incredibly talented, you know, and they just freehand shit and it looks perfect.
Do you think that like if someone wants to be a freehand artist, they should just power through it and practice that way?
I mean, for me, it worked out because I already have structure.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I already deal with, you know, like a client, you know, and I really deal with, you know, going into deadlines, and I already had like a work ethic and all that shit. But if you're on your 18s and you haven't done school and you should go to a fucking system, whatever that is.
Yeah.
You need a structure to be able to move on, you know?
I wish I had stencils for Christmas cards because my shit, it just starts off nice and then it gets small.
I've seen that in tattoos.
I've seen it
so
too.
you gotta fucking stencil that, bro, for real. It's yeah. I get it, bro. You want to feel like you're a fucking artist too, you know, and freehand that shit. But
Have you ever misspelled anything, hypothetically?
yeah,
Yeah, hypothetically. Yeah.
Hypothetically.
What flaws do you see in the U.S. tattooing world?
I don't know what aspect.
Like in the whole industry? Is there
The whole
anything that you're
industry?
just like,
Yeah, like
maybe
what do
it's compared to Venezuela or other places you've seen, or just in general, things that you see in the industry that you think are flawed?
Dude, I think it's a very. I don't know. I don't see any flaws on it. I see there's a lot of job
Potential.
to be done, and I don't know. I don't see nothing wrong about it. I mean, or something. I mean, like I think here it's up to you how good you want your shop to be, and how, you know, what good of a product you want to sell to everybody. And I get it too. It's there's a product out there for everyone,
Right.
too. You know.
I thought you said the flaw was going to be that not that many people do script in America.
Yeah. More script.
Would you suggest becoming a tattoo artist to your kid and like kids coming into the generation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I went through, bro, I mean, I had fun skating, and it made me somehow who I am today. But the tattoo industry had if you are good and you have like good ethics, bro, you can make a lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
Because if I started tattooing on my fucking early 20s,
Like Cam.
and
He's all Cam.
like Cam, and work hard and see the rewards on your hard work and all that, dude, till you're 40, you can fucking have your own house and a Porsche parked outside.
A Turbo S.
He's
right?
still just saving up for that 911, dude.
Bro. So yeah, if you're hardworking, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made. Early age, you don't need degrees, or you gotta,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck school.
Would you rather deal with English speaking or Spanish speaking clients?
I don't know. I don't care.
You don't care? Cool.
At this point, I don't
All of
care.
them. I'll take any client nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm an asshole, but sometimes when I I talk to someone in Spanish, then I trying to catch what accent it is, where they came from, and this motherfucker's gonna pull a sneaky move on me or not.
I thought you might say
You know, like, I go to that place, you know, like, is this motherfucker from my hometown?
How'd you find me?
I traveled the world to get away from you.
Yeah. So yeah, when I speak English, I don't know. I don't care really.
What American stereotypes have you found to be true? Like, Americans really are
Fat.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Or were there things that you were told about U.S. before you came, and you're like, oh yeah, that's just true?
Dude, but it's weird because I don't work on an office job and shit where shirts
You don't
like
see day to
fucking
day.
structure and make people like that way.
Yeah,
I work in a tattoo shop with a lot of fucking crazy people.
Well, I guess you talked about like the gun stuff. Did you know about that before you came?
It was like the school shooting. It was you get.
Well, that was true.
You heard about that shit.
Yeah.
And it was like I saw a couple documentaries about it, like Bowlings for Columbine. It is.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And then, when do you think you'll stop tattooing, or how old do you think you would be?
I don't know. I see Bob Tyrell. That's my role model now. But he's doing it. I think he's 60 something, 60, and he's
Still
I like his stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know, it gives me hope.
Cool. No, yeah.
He's a fucking shit though.
Only arthritis will stop me.
He fucking shreds the guitar and everything.
Yeah.
No, he's a fucking shit.
You got anything, Cam?
You shred with the guitar too.
Yeah, I tried to.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, the whole shop knows.
I'm pretty sure you can't have a guitar at home. Karen's like, not in the house.
Yeah, no, she gets like sometimes she comes out of the bedroom.
I don't need.
It's too much.
You got any goals or anything coming up that you're looking forward to, or anything you're excited about?
Dude, I'm just trying to keep it going. You know,
Keep on keeping on.
Do you have goals?
That's all of us, Oscar.
Yes, I do. Oh, thanks.
Concert.
the concert.
The next concert.
Yeah.
That's the highlight.
Dude, what I'm going to tell you about Ricardo, right? The Ecuadorian guy.
Sí.
So I started my first approach in 2015 on the tattooing, right? So I tried to do something. I knew kind of vaguely how to know tattoo. I went to Ecuador, obviously trying to fucking get a working visa for graphic design, but I was already getting into the tattooing stuff.
Right.
And I visited some studios. I met some cool people, but I met some fucking assholes too.
Like
bro.
Ricardo?
No, Ricardo's a nice. He's a nice guy, but he was. He has his own story to speak about. But I met some people that he met, and I was this guy. He was a fucking asshole. He was just not
Bad
me.
people?
Yeah.
And Ricardo also knows them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So your paths almost crossed.
Yeah.
Turf
I think
wars.
he was doing. I think he started the apprenticeship after I left Ecuador.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was in Ecuador when a fucking earthquake happened. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Big ass earthquake killed like fucking 1,000 people.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. I was
You
in
escaped.
the fucking
Skate through it.
No, I was renting a room in a big house, and I was on the computer doing something. And it's like, shit's shaking, brother. Like literally shaking. This is not me. This is shaking.
Right.
And I was.
It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah. Corre!
Tornado siren.
I went to the balcony and see if I could see the city shaking, but it was. And then I went And I said, no, it's bad. You see the shit going down, and it settles down. And then you hear the news. Shit we were like a little bit far from it.
Outskirts.
But shit happened on the coast and killed a lot of people there. But I had a
Was it
friend.
one and done, or did you hit shockwaves after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes to both.
nothing major. But I had a friend. I had a friend that lived on a building, and the wall on the kitchen is fucking cracked.
Oh wow.
Like
That probably looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Godzilla came out
that's
and took the wall
fucking
here.
scary.
Yeah.
So if you see that shit going like that,
It looked like that
fucking-
over there.
Yeah, something like that. It start running.
pay for
Yeah,
that
it was.
All right. Model Citizen used to be cool before Alex started wearing it. Are you tired of being unattractive to everyone around you? Well, not anymore. With the Model Citizen apparel, you'll be beating them off with a stick. Finally, tattoo clothing that is actual quality, that I can wear around and feel good. For real though, the quality of these clothes is top notch. This is like nothing you've ever seen before with a tattoo company. This isn't some Gildan bullshit. These are quality, hand-picked clothing. They have everything from vintage styles, oversized clothes, modern tees. Go to themodelcitizen.com. Get them before Alex does.
Oscar, thanks for joining us today, man. It was awesome to have you on. Yeah, we love having our own people on. For those who haven't been able to check out Oscar's work yet, please do. He is one of our very own, and he is a very talented artist. So thank you guys for joining us on today's episode of Unemployable Podcast, and we'll catch you guys next week.
That's right.
Vámonos, ciao.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll be continuing to go live as the weeks go on.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone who tuned in. Guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. I know we joke around a lot and get wild on some topics. But one topic I take very serious is addiction. If you or anyone you know is struggling, don't be afraid to reach out and get the help you need.